guys, how's it going, and welcome to another video. It feels so good to say that on a weekly basis now because I'm being consistent with these videos. So today's going to be just another vlog, but I wanted to kind of give each vlog more like a theme. So essentially I'm going to be talking through quite a few points about the off season in today's vlog. I put up a question box on my Instagram a couple days ago asking you guys to ask me questions about competing and the off season in general. If you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing with your life? Seriously, get on there, follow me. It's just at Aliaa Lifts. Lifts is not my last name, but one day it might become my last name if I ever decide to change it. So then I went downstairs to do my cardio and my steps because I still have cardio and I still try and get as many steps in as I can because I tend to be pretty sedentary most of the day, sitting on my ass on my computer doing work. Anyway, I have got all the questions here about the off season on my phone, and I'm about to do my makeup because I actually have plans for a change. I'm going out for brunch. I'm gonna see Chen Yang and Millie. I'll leave their Instagram somewhere on the screen. Go check them out. I'll leave both their channels in the description down below as well. So if I'm looking here, it's because my mirror is like right there. So I'm just going to do my makeup and answer these questions. So first question, why did you do a mini cut prior to bulking? What are the benefits to it? So I didn't do a mini cut before bulking. I did it in the middle of my bulk. So essentially, if you're planning on, if you're a competitor, because I wouldn't really recommend mini cuts for just lifestyle clients in general, but if you're a competitor and you need to take an extended off season, which I would recommend most competitors to do just to get your health and hormones in check, like I'd recommend not competing every year, you're going to want a mini cut at some point because if you bulked for like 18 months straight, because that's for me, right? I'm gonna be in off season officially to like for 18 months before I start my prep in a couple months time. So if you bulk for 18 months straight, there's gonna be a lot of unwanted fat gain. We don't want to be fat. I mean, that's just like there's no point in gaining so much body fat. Like, and the thing is, when you are bulking, like, yes, we want to minimize fat gain, but at the same time, it's like it's inevitable. Like at some point, if you've been bulking for long enough, like the amount of fat that you gain just becomes excessive. So when you mini cut, it actually helps kind of clean up a little bit, just a short tidy up, and it actually gives you more runway to bulk again. So that's one thing, the fat gain part of things. Another thing is when you're in a calorie surplus for quite some time, at a certain point, your insulin sensitivity decreases a lot. And what that means is basically when your insulin sensitivity is decreased, your ability to partition nutrients and to actually kind of metabolize them effectively decreases. So if you want to be able to put your carbohydrates to good use, things like that, essentially you want high insulin sensitivity, and that happens after a prolonged period in a calorie deficit for at least a few weeks. And that also happens when you're leaner. The leaner you are, the higher your insulin sensitivity is. So that's another thing. And another thing is that bulking is very fatiguing on your body. Like when you're gaining weight, whether it's muscle or fat or both, for prolonged periods of time, it's extremely fatiguing. And basically when you kind of go into a dieting phase and you're not trying to gain weight, it actually just really helps kind of reduce the fatigue that comes from like just bulking for so long. So muscle gain is hard, guys. Muscle gain is hard. So I'd recommend doing very long improvement phases if you're a competitor, if you really have to pack on some size. And mini cuts are a great way to help prolong that phase. So next one, your lifts normally go up in the off season. At which point of your cut do you see a decline in strength? From experience, like it's after like the 10 to 12 week mark where I'm like, okay, I can start to notice that lifts go down. Not all of them, but especially things like squatting and pressing, things that really do rely on like your leverages. So like, for example, my bench press tends to go down a lot just because I lose a lot of weight. So when I'm benching to my chest, like I've lost weight around my chest, so I'd have to bench a bit lower to get it to touch my chest. So that increases the range of motion, but also it's like I'm just like smaller, like I weigh less, so relatively maybe my strength hasn't gone down, but my absolute strength does go down. So, ideally your strength, like your relative strength, shouldn't go down during a cut. If you're on prep, that's an extreme version of a cut. So maybe when you're like 4 weeks out onwards, then like you're really just weak as shit. But generally, like, yeah, towards the back end of a cut, I would say I start to notice some strength decreases. The only exception, of course, is like body weight exercises. Like pull-ups, I can do like 12 of them unbroken when I'm like really lean. Same with like push-ups, I can do like 1,000 push-ups when I'm really lean. Just because obviously you weigh less, so it's less weight to lift. Next question, what are your long-term competing goals? Long-term, I want to be competitive in the pro ranks. I really do. Like I would love to be competitive in the pro ranks. I know it's gonna take probably like 3 to 4 years for me to get to that level, but I would love to get there. Short term, as in like now, I just want to get my pro card this season. I really do, and I think that if I keep going until March, that's what Dylan said. Dylan said prep is probably going to start around March time, so I think that by then I will have built enough muscle for me to be like actually competitive on stage and not look like a fucking bag of bones. What would you do differently this prep? Key learnings from your last prep. I love this question because I actually think I fucked up a lot of things last prep. Number one is going to be to really hone in on kind of meal timing a bit better, because last prep I felt like my meals were kind of all over the place. I didn't time them very well. Kind of just like being a bit smarter with how I split up my meals. I think I would snack less and make proper meals more, and I would eat more vegetables as well, for sure. Another thing would be to practice posing a lot more, for sure, just because I don't think I practiced enough last prep. I think with like food especially, I would kind of stick to the same meals last prep. I did that, but I want to make it a bit more of a point this prep and kind of like, yeah, just do less snacks. Obviously the snacks fit my macros, but I just felt like I could have had more substantial meals last prep, and that would have probably helped with like muscle retention. I think I would stop trying to be a power lifter, because last prep I still did like really heavy back squats up until like 3 weeks out, which is obviously a bad idea. Like I will probably take out free weight barbell back squats when I'm like 6 weeks out and replace them with like Smith squats or something in the higher rep range. So in the off season, I like doing things in like the 5 to 10 rep range, because it's a lot like you're less at risk of injury when you're in your off season. I think off the top of my head, that's all I can think of in terms of what I would change. Next question. What was one area in your body that you focused on growing? May you share your success experience? Yes. So essentially my legs and my delts. And essentially what's happened since my last show, I mean, I've always done my own training. So my coach just does my nutrition and I do my own training. I've learned to, here's the thing, right? I've always been pretty upper body dominant compared to my lower body, because I feel like, in general, form and exercise execution is a lot easier to fuck up when you train legs than when you train upper body. Not for everyone, but at least for me personally, I found that I ego lifted a lot for legs, and I did not have good form when I trained legs for so long, and it showed in my physique. It showed. So I started watching a lot of Renaissance periodization. They're great. Go subscribe to their channel. I learned a lot about full range of motion training, RIR training, hard training, like actually feeling the muscle, the importance of stimulus to fatigue ratio, things like that. I think I've just kind of completely changed my approach to training since my last prep during this off season, and that has been an incredible like just learning curve for me, and it shows in my physique. Like my legs have never looked like this before, and I'm just really stoked to see what I look like when I'm lean. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. It's really just about kind of, it sounds super basic, but literally the importance of technique, not ego lifting, and having a program, like a structured periodized program to follow, taking deloads as well, tracking my lifts more accurately, more appropriate exercise selection, more appropriate like just overall kind of execution and everything. So yeah, I think that's the main thing that like I've changed for my lower body. For my delts, I really want to bring out my shoulders. I feel like my arms, like my biceps and triceps, are just so fucking big compared to my shoulders. I just added a lot more volume for my shoulders. I realized I was not doing enough volume on delts at all. So I just upped the volume, upped the frequency for shoulder training, better mind muscle connection as well, kind of a bit less ego lifting with pressing and lateral raises and stuff. And again, results have been great. Like my delts have grown quite a bit, so I'm very happy with that. I think I'm gonna just leave it for now, and then later on when I have like a couple of minutes when I'm doing something else, I'll answer the rest. So makeup's pretty much almost done. I'm just gonna do some setting spray, do some mascara. I will be taking you guys along with me to the restaurant we're going to. We're going to this place called Malo, I don't know how to pronounce it, in Borough Market. Conveniently for me, it's on the Jubilee line, which is very quick and easy to get to. So I will catch you guys there. Personal brand.
Oh my god.
Wow, this looks beautiful. Thank you. Right, what have we got here?
We have a dark chocolate vegan cookie.
That looks beautiful.
And I'm very excited for this, really.
Taste test.
Wow, that was really good. Look at that.
Wow.
Gooey and crunchy.
Yes, the way we like them. Alright, so it's a few hours later. I'm back in my flat. As you can tell, I tried to vlog as much as possible, but I really wanted to just spend time with Chenyang and Millie without having the camera out all the time. So we had like the best time. The food was so good. Me and Chenyang actually shared 2 dishes. So we got these dumplings. Not sure what was in them, but like they were actually 10 out of 10. Like the flavor was spot on. And then the pancakes, we shared them as well. Really yummy. And then we just hung out with Millie. We like sat at that restaurant and just talked for like a good 2 hours, and it was just so nice to be able to speak to 2 girls that are, one, they inspire me so much, and 2, that like they do get me. They kind of understand a lot of the things that I struggle with, and like yeah, we were just updating each other on like our lives, because obviously me and Chenyang see each other all the time, but like we don't see Millie very often, and then we're not going to see her for a few months now because she's off to some places. But it was great. We walked around Bar Market for a bit as well, and then I went to Muscle Works. I trained upper body. Didn't film it. It was literally like a fucking jungle in there, so didn't film it. Did some back and shoulders. I hate training with makeup on. I don't know if you guys can see, but I feel like a raccoon because my mascara just fucking comes off and makes me look like a raccoon. Anyway, we're back home. Post-workout, I've got some vegan mints in this bowl. And then in this bowl, I've got some cereal. And then the shaker, I've got a protein shake that I will be pouring over my cereal. So this is the next meal. Got loads of work to do later, so I will keep you guys in the loop. I'm gonna answer maybe some more questions a bit later, and I'll probably vlog tonight, tomorrow, because tomorrow's exciting. We've got like a big like potluck dinner with Chenyang and some other friends. So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys, and I'll catch you later. Alright, you guys, it is the next day. It's a Thursday morning. I was so shit at vlogging yesterday. I'm gonna show you guys the banana bread I'm about to make. Basically tonight, Chenyang is hosting this like dinner party at her place, but it's kind of like a potluck vibe, so everyone that's invited has to bring something with them. I'm gonna make banana bread, but I'm a lazy fuck. So I bought banana bread mix at the store. That way I didn't have to mix all the fucking like dry ingredients myself. So I have this. It is the Creative Nature vegan, gluten, dairy, nut free. Serves 12. This is just like, yeah, the dry ingredients. I have to add some ripe bananas, and then I just have to add some vegan butter. So I have this Vitalite dairy-free vegan butter that I already just had in my fridge from the last time I baked something. And this is literally all I'm gonna need to make this banana bread. I'm gonna add some chocolate chips, because everything is better when you add chocolate to it. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to continue to answer some of the competing questions about the off season while I make this. So the next question is, how often would you do a mini cut during a prolonged off season? So essentially there's no like hard and fast rule about like how frequently you should be doing a mini cut. It obviously depends on whether you fuck up like your rate of gain. Like if you're gaining a bit too quickly, then you might want to mini cut sooner, or if you are still relatively lean, then there's no need to mini cut. I would just mini cut, like I would say on average every 6 to 7 or like 6 to 8 months of gaining, if you're like gaining at a slow and steady rate. Some people might need to do that more frequently, some people less. It depends as well on like how long your entire off season is going to be. So there's that to obviously take into account as well. Next question is, how did you know when you're ready to compete? I mean, if you've never competed before, I would say, do you have a good relationship with food? And obviously that means different things for different people, but essentially, like, are you always food focused? Do you have like really bad body image? Or like, are you competing just for the sake of getting lean? Because those are like if you're food focused, it's a bad idea. If you're competing just for the sake of getting lean, that's a bad idea as well. Like, you know that you're ready when, kind of objectively speaking, calories are high, cardio is low. Like, that's a good place to start. But also when like you kind of feel the itch, when you kind of are like fed up with eating and fed up with, yeah, when you actually feel like you want to diet. I would also say like financially you need to be ready, and you have to budget ahead of time because competing is fucking expensive. For those of you who don't know, competing is literally one of the most expensive things to do ever. And you also need to be like kind of ready psychologically. Like, are you selfish enough to compete? Because competing is a very selfish sport. You have to be ready to kind of, yeah, sacrifice, not completely, but kind of put some relationships on hold. Like, if you have a partner, like a romantic partner, they have to be understanding of the fact that you won't be able to go out with them, that you won't be able to share meals with them, that you are maybe not gonna want to do sexy time all the time, because when you're fucking depleted and tired, you just want to sleep. You don't want to have sex. I'm not gonna lie, like my sex drive towards the back end of prep was so bad. So yeah, that is basically kind of different factors you should consider when it comes to like knowing whether or not you're ready to compete, because so much goes into it. People just think it's about like the physique that you build or whatever, but it's so much more than that. It's about like a lot of psychological, a lot of financial, a lot of just like emotional stuff starts to come up as well. So yeah, that's a bunch of things I recommend you kind of think about before you consider competing. That's all the questions answered. I'm gonna make this banana bread. I'm just mashing up the bananas and I'm gonna add them to the batter, and yeah, I'll show you guys the finished product, and I'll also show you guys the rest of the stuff that I'm bringing to Shenyang. So I'll just vlog today, show you guys what I get up to, and yeah, I will catch you in the next clip. Alright guys, about 45 minutes later, my little baby loaf of banana bread is done. And Shea Beauty, I think it's still raw on the inside, but who cares? It's vegan, so you can't get food poisoning from it. So, another news, I'm fucking starving because I just came onto my period. We love that for me. So anyway, this is gonna just sit here and cool. I need to go and do some work because it's almost midday and I've done no work today, which is very unlike me. So I'm probably gonna take my ass to a cafe somewhere, bring my laptop, write some programs, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. You guys, look what just came in the mail. I'm literally on my way to the tube right now. This is perfect timing. I'm gonna start planning things out for the new year. It's gonna help me get shit done. And I got a new pen as well. Got this from Paper Chase. Super cute.
That was a lot of food in one go.
Alright, so update. We are in the Shenyang and Heini household. Hello. This is all the food. So basically, I'm awesome. I brought some proper chips, 2 bananas.
Shout out her.
I made them myself. These are not mine, but we ate a couple because we're hungry. I brought some sweet microwave popcorn, some vegan chocolate, and then this banana bread that I showed you guys earlier. Heine's about to show us her secret recipe. Ooh, look at her calves.
Yeah, she trains them.
Just train them.
I train them now too, you know. What are we making, Heini?
It's called like Hulkifli in Hungarian. It's
Okay.
basically like kind of translates to like snowy moon.
We're making snowy
Moons.
It's so good. It's just
You're
like
so good.
It's
Right.
just icing sugar, flour, and
Yeah.
walnuts. It's the best things.
So that's what we're about to make now because we're waiting for everyone else to get here and we're fucking hungry. So yeah. Update. This is the finished product. So these are like walnut little mini moons and a penis. I made this one.
It's my idea.
Don't take credit.
It's
Yeah.
a lovely penis. But these
We're just-
are the moons now.
We're dipping them into icing sugar because carbs are life.
Because sugar is not bad for you. The more you eat, the less you weigh.
TM. You have to trademark that, man.
I do.
Buy a patent for it and everything. Shenyang chopped up a bunch of vegetables
As
because health and
usual.
fitness.
This is gonna be roasted. Actually, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah. Guys, look at the balance. We've got all these snacks and then vegetables. And the chicken. and the vegetable.
I love it. I love
And the Diet Coke because we're watching.
Alright
Alright guys, so I'm the world's worst vlogger just coming at you. So it is New Year's Eve. Essentially, I'm gonna actually insert some clips from today's leg workout. It was the last workout of the year. I trained with my friend Sasha. We literally fucking obliterated our legs. So I'm gonna insert that workout montage right now. I'm at Chen Yang's. When am I not at Chen Yang's? I don't fucking know. We have just been doing some work on our computers, as online coaches tend to do on New Year's Eve. It's currently 5:21 p.m. and I have 4,500 steps left, and it's dark and cold and gross outside, but I'm gonna get my steps done. We were just like reflecting on just where we were last year compared to now. It's crazy like how when we were just kind of going through what we wanted to achieve in 2021, like what we had set ourselves out to kind of get done this year, we've both massively kind of overpassed that and kind of overachieved that. And I think sometimes it's really easy to kind of feel like you're not... Huh?
We don't realize it.
Yeah, we don't realize it. Like, you can feel really like dissatisfied with where you're at right now in life, and whenever you do feel that way, like, sure, it's good to strive for more always. I'm all about that, but also kind of look back on how far you've come, because that can really help you believe in yourself and just not feel super down on yourself. Because I don't know about you guys, but we have this habit of being very hard on ourselves. I feel like it's always like that when you're just trying to grow like your own business and just kind of, yeah, just see how far you can take things really. The plan is to get some steps in, and then I've got a lot of food left to eat, which is nice. It's a nice feeling. Oh, in case you guys are wondering, this is just a random kind of note. In the workout montage that you guys have just watched, I'm wearing leggings. I don't fucking train in leggings now, do I? So, funny story is, you know, there's this time of the month that we females tend to go through. And that time of the month is actually occurring right now for me. So I get to the gym in shorts, and let's just say those shorts could not be worn in public. So I had to get changed and wear leggings. So that's the only reason why I train in leggings today. Then later on, we're just gonna do like some goal setting, some journaling. Yeah, so that's basically the plan. We might get dressed. Are we getting dressed up? Yeah, we wanted to like just do our makeup and get dressed up just to take pics, but honestly, like I can't.
We're like the laziest content creators.
We are the laziest fucking content creators on the planet. So yeah, also the world's shittest vlogger.
The idea was a nice idea. At least we got that far.
Yeah, so essentially right now we're just gonna go do that, and then I think for now we're gonna go do some steps, and I'll catch you guys later. Alright guys, so it's quite a few hours later. We just chilled. I finished doing all the programs I had to do, well, most of them anyway. We watched a 20,000 calorie challenge. We're both very tempted
oh my God,
to do like a joint 10K, but we both have coaches and we both compete, so it's a bit awkward, yeah. But we're it's currently, what time is it? It's 8:30 p.m. so it's almost bedtime.
Just 5 more minutes.
We're getting a bit tired, but we're doing this thing called the year compass.
The year compass, yeah.
The year compass. So it's essentially this thing where like you reflect on the past year, and then you kind of set the intention, set some goals for the year ahead. So we've got our cute journals and stuff because we're so Tumblr. And so Tumblr. I made myself some cranberry tea in this mug. Chen Yang is making a lot of noise and interrupting my vlog. I'm joking. And we're literally just gonna chill here and like just write some goals. And
so crazy. We live such crazy lives.
I know.
We
it's
are
crazy.
so cool. You can't sit with us.
Yeah, you really can't. So what I'll do is I might recap some of my goals in another, like the outro. I'm training tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog the footage. I might, depends on how busy MuscleWorks is. So you'll either see footage of me hitting some bench press PRs tomorrow morning, or just a kind of a recap and an outro. So I'm gonna time lapse this and I will catch you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, so as you can tell, I'm back home. Happy New Year. It is the 2nd of January 2022. Like I said, I wanted to kind of touch on briefly what my goals are for this year. I want to hold myself accountable and kind of share that with you guys as well. So one that's really random is kind of about reading books. In 2021, you guys know that I committed to reading 1 book a month, which is like 12 books total for the year. I actually ended up reading 15 books. I'll leave a list of all the books that I read in the description down below if you guys want like some good recommendations, and I'll kind of say which ones have been like life-changing for me as well, because I've read a couple of life-changing books this year, not gonna lie. And the goal for 2022 is to at least like kind of double that goal. So 2021 was 1 book a month. 2022 is going to be 2 books a month. So I've already started reading Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Really good book so far. So yeah, essentially how I managed to read so much, I just spent 10 minutes every morning reading. That was it. And I did that every single day, maybe 2 or 3 days of the year missed, and that was it. And that's how I did it. I was just consistent and I stuck to it. I kind of habit stacked it with my morning coffee as well. And I always kept my phone on airplane mode to just not distract me at all when I was reading. And then this year I'm gonna just add a nighttime 10 minutes as well to read double. So that is my first kind of like resolution. In terms of goals, it's just a lot of business goals, to be honest with you guys. A lot of the things about growing my business, trying to take on more clients while maintaining the same level of service is very difficult. So I'm gonna have to hire some people, grow the team. I wanna grow a team of coaches this year. I do want to move. I want to leave the UK. I think you guys know where I want to go, but I'll keep it a secret for now. Well, I'm going to be competing, right? And the goal is to win my class this year. I just want to win my class because that's a big step up from what I did last time I competed. And then who knows, depending on what my physique is looking like, I can try and shoot for, you know, good placings in overalls and maybe do shows abroad. And then I really have I've had a really bad pattern of like self-doubt, stress, and procrastination in 2021. Those were my bad kind of habits. So the goal for this year is to kind of eliminate those. So the procrastination thing would happen when I would scroll on Instagram a lot. So I'm limiting my screen time on Instagram. I'm kind of decreasing the amount of time I'm spending it week by week in increments. And then the whole stress and the whole kind of self-doubt thing, I'm using Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. I count down in my head 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to kind of break the pattern. And then kind of self-doubt as well, what really helps is Mel Robbins' high five habit. So it's like giving yourself a high five in the mirror or after you brush your teeth in the morning. It sounds stupid and ridiculous, and I thought it was, but I've been doing it recently and it's actually just really nice. So check out Mel Robbins if you guys want like kind of good self-development kind of podcasts, or like she teaches a lot of great things basically. So look her up on YouTube, watch a bunch of her videos, she's great. So that's kind of a recap of my goals for the year. Nothing too crazy, but I'm really excited for the year ahead. It's going to be the year of greatness. That's what I wrote down in my journal. The year of greatness. So that's that for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what videos you guys want to see next in a comment down below. And until next time, bye guys.